Hey guys, Darren here. Welcome to Mayhem Country Living. Out of the 7 million YouTube channels, you picked this one. You got good sense. Anyway guys, thank you very much for coming by and taking a look at what we're doing today. All joking aside, I want to show you what we're working on. We're doing a little bit of automation and for setting up for the chickens. So again, this would revolve around setting up infrastructure if we're looking to do a larger either egg laying run or production run of meat birds. So this is going to be our year where we look at it, and we're going to decide whether or not to pursue it just for our family and our neighbors, or to go into it, full force. But this is one thing I am working on. These are automatic watering systems, and I chewed on it and debated and looked at it and everything. This is 1-inch PVC, and I'm going to run it gravity fed off of the 55-gallon drum. I began to think, well, what can I do to make this easier? I got up this morning, I forgot to feed the damn chickens and let them out, and my wife had to come out with our grandson, and it's kind of a hassle for her to do this, so shame on me, but I completely forgot about it. I had a big meeting at Mercedes today, and I had a lot on my mind. And so I'm looking at this thing and I'm thinking, I'm heating up the interior of it, but I have the water tank on the outside. The water is probably going to freeze up this winter, so more than likely we're going to move that whole thing inside, and then I'll have to reskin it, because I have it right there, because that where I have the spray foam, because that's actually 2 doors or a door and a half. It looks really ugly, so we're going to reskin the front of it to cover it up. If I keep it inside with 30 chickens and ducks and 2 heat lamps, that should keep it above 32 degrees during the coldest winter we have down here in central Alabama. And you can see the damn animals are just out there having a time of it. But what we're working on today is a longer term feeder. This was $3. This was scrap PVC I found at a job site, and the bottom feeder cost me $3. Normally that right there is 1 quart. I can probably get 4 or 5 gallons of dry food in here for the chickens. This will be for the inside, just to keep all the moisture out. Cost me $3. They make feeders that store a lot of chicken food, but those are $25 and $30, and like I said, this one cost me $3. So it's one thing that we have done and gotten finished, and I'm making this automatic watering system. Like I said, it'll be gravity fed. There's a clean out on the end. I'm going to just run water through it once I get everything finished up to remove any of the taste from the PVC glue. Yes, I'm using PVC glue. I'm not dry feeding it. And we drink it, so I figured it'd be okay for my chickens as well. I've got to go and get a few pieces, but we'll do that tomorrow. But I want to get this set up and situated. I will more than likely do one inside and then one outside, so we will never have to worry about doing the watering buckets again with the chickens. They say that each one of these little cups can accommodate 12 chickens, and I have 4 of them, and I'll do 4 outside, and then later on I'll do 4 more inside. We're going to run the roof, a gutter off of the roof and into the building, and that will fill and then overfill out of the building that 55-gallon drum. So naturally that 55-gallon drum should always be topped off. I'm trying to do it the lazy man's way, guys. More to come. Can I help you? You're wearing a toboggan. You look like a millennial. That's okay though. We'll fix it. We'll make you cook your own dinners. That's a saving grace. All the millennials will starve. They don't know how to cook their own dinners. I know it. I know it. Okay, that's what we're working on right now. These things are pretty easy. They were $7 for a 2-pack, so they're around $3.50 a piece. You drill a, I think it's a 3/8 inch hole. It's plastic. You self-thread it inside. Use a little bit of pipe tape, and that seals it up completely. They say they learn how to feed and drink off of it in a day. You can see that hole right there. I'm going to get this thing set up, and we're going to do this next one. So more to come. Okay guys, one thing I did want to mention, I'm keeping a running tally of what we have invested in these chickens and ducks. Again, this is our first year. It's an experiment. I am at $360. I bought a 10 stand or a 10 box brooder set for the chickens, so it will be here on Friday, and it was $40. They're having it custom made and delivered. I've got a buddy of mine bringing it, delivering it for me, because it's around 50-60 miles away, and he was up that way, and he said he would bring it by on Sunday, so that's great. We'll try it out. If everything works out, I'll probably buy another 5 or 6 more later on in the year. Now, why am I doing this? I'm not a crazy chicken person, I don't think, knock on wood, but this is a fantastic way to store long-term protein, meat and eggs. I've got a constant supply, tentatively. Get a few more ducks, get some really good Muscovy ducks that will be pretty much self-supporting. Get a drake and 4 or 5 ducks, and hopefully we will just be able to generate and generate and generate. More to come, guys. I want to show you that right there. I love the fact that these things are always testing, these chickens. Above that, you'll look up there, I've got 5 feet of wire mesh, or nylon mesh, I'm sorry, all the way around, so the chickens can't get out right there. They can sit up there and roost, and that will also help with any kind of predators that are going to fly in from that side. Ultimately, I'll have that one section completely covered, just to prevent predation. So, more to come, guys. Okay, guys, so that is going to wrap it up for us. Look at that. Who's that? What are you doing?
I'm cooking.
Look at her.
Slaving over a dinner.
What are you slaving over?
A pizza.
Frozen pizza.
You're so lucky.
Shame, shame, shame. Anyway, guys, in just a second, you're going to see a picture of my ugly mug pop up on that side, as well as my beautiful wife who fixes me home-cooked meals. On the other side will be some videos, if we are indeed your brand of wacky. I will post some pictures of the watering system and the automatic feeder. We'll see how those things work out. We're trying to do a time saving. That's what we're doing. We're setting all this stuff up right now while we have just a small amount invested in them. As always, guys, take care of your people, and I might need some dinner.